Have you ever seen two people who, without even trying, can make an entire room feel more alive? Today, we're going to talk about a moment that not only sent fans into a frenzy, but also became one of the warmest and most honest interviews from Jimin and Jungkook. Hello everyone. Welcome back to Jikook Magic. Get ready because what we're about to discuss is far from an ordinary interview. From Jimin's gentle smile as he opened the conversation, to the way Jungkook looked at him with such attention, this moment wasn't just about sweet answers, but about a connection that radiated through every tiny gesture. From Switzerland that left Jimin in awe, to Malta and Zermatt calling them for their next journey. From the 95 rating that caught the internet's attention, to Jungkook's line that left the fandom speechless. You don't have any flaws. Not a fanfic. Not an edit. Not an interpretation. It was recorded, real, and spoken straight from the heart. And today, we're breaking down everything, down to the smallest looks, faintest smiles, and synchrony that only two people who have shared thousands of days together could have. Welcome to a video that will make you smile, gasp, and maybe melt a little. Jimin opened the interview with a gentle smile and warm voice, greeting all GQ Japan readers before introducing himself. Jungkook followed with his signature style, calm, friendly, yet filled with charm, as if their presence alone changed the atmosphere of the room. As soon as the first question was asked, their natural dynamic became obvious. When asked about the most memorable part of their trip, Jimin answered first. With sparkling eyes, he described how breathtaking Switzerland was. The sheer scale of nature, its hills, mountains, sky, left him stunned. Everything felt vast and grand, so much so that even his perception of distance seemed to shift. Switzerland makes anyone feel small, but in the most comforting way. Da Nang, on the other hand, he described with a softer charm. There, the tiny details stood out more. The light, the textures of buildings, the color of the sea, the movements of people on the streets. Everything could be appreciated up close, almost touchable. If Switzerland is a massive painting in a museum, Da Nang is an intimate sketch whose beauty unfolds when you lean in. Jungkook listened intently. The gentle gaze fans know so well appeared naturally. He smiled softly, praising the way Jimin described his feelings. When Jimin asked, "Was that really a good experience?" Jungkook nodded firmly, and Jimin replied with sincere gratitude. When asked to recommend a place for military personnel visiting Korea, Jungkook chose the palaces, perfect destinations to witness Korea's history through their grand architecture. Jimin added that Gyeongbokgung's beauty never fades. You don't need to feel obligated to wear hanbok or pose a certain way, he said. Just being there can create a beautiful memory. Next question. Where do they want to go after this? Jungkook answered without hesitation. He wants to see the winter scenery in Zermatt. Switzerland left such a deep impression that he wants to return. Jimin chose Malta, a place that holds warm memories for him. If we get the chance, he said, I want to visit many more places. Jungkook added Sapporo, repeating it with childlike excitement. Jimin laughed, and the moment felt incredibly natural. At the end of the interview, when asked what scene viewers shouldn't miss in their show, Jimin answered honestly. He said that the two of them enjoyed the trip even more than anyone watching it. I hope, he said, the audience can feel the experience as if they were walking with us. What makes this interview special isn't just the content of their answers, but the way they delivered them. There's a soft yet undeniable warmth, a bond that isn't forced, formed from years of sharing life, facing the same pressures, and growing side by side. They may start formally, but within seconds, their natural closeness surfaces. Look at how their bodies lean toward each other when speaking, how their expressions shift when hearing each other's voices, or how small smiles appear unconsciously. Every tiny detail reveals a relationship that doesn't need explanation. Even the rhythm of their answers is almost synchronized. Jungkook begins, Jimin completes, or Jimin starts an idea, Jungkook adds another layer. That's not scripting, it's thousands of days spent together. And of course, the little detail fans always notice. Jungkook's gaze toward Jimin. At certain moments, Jimin becomes Jungkook's entire focus, without distraction, without pretense. A gaze filled with affection, pride, and a hint of admiration. Then comes the most iconic part, rating each other as travel partners. When asked what score Jungkook would give Jimin, his answer came without hesitation. 95. His tone was relaxed but firm, as if the number came straight from his heart. Jimin teased, 1995, huh? Referring to his birth year. But Jungkook immediately clarified. With a soft and sincere expression, he said, no, I mean, you don't have any flaws. That's what the missing 5 points mean. Jimin laughed, but the warmth he felt was unmistakable. Jungkook wasn't joking, he was truly sincere. When Jimin gave Jungkook a score of 94, he teased that there was something he didn't like about him. Jungkook reacted like a child playfully offended. The moment was cute, light, and deeply them. In Korean, 5 points often sounds like a flaw or a defect, meaning Jungkook's line actually meant, you don't have any flaws. You're perfect. Said on camera, in an official interview, without hesitation, without hiding his sincerity. That moment wasn't a fan's imagination. It was real, clearly recorded, and spoken as it was. Their bond isn't announced through grand declarations, but through tiny things like this. Glances that seek each other, smiles that appear unconsciously, responses that complement one another, voices softening when they speak to each other. The 95 moment is just one small piece of evidence of their warm and genuine connection. Before this, Jimin and Jungkook also shook the world with their exclusive photo shoot and warm video for ELLE as part of the launch of the second season of Are You Sure? Their visuals sent the internet into chaos within minutes. Many even thought it was AI because it looked too perfect. But everything was real. The lighting, the expressions, the dynamic, it was all them. In the Ask Me Anything session, Jimin greeted the readers warmly. Jungkook introduced himself with his charming shyness. Question after question flowed, and each answer revealed more of their closeness. From their travel ratings, the Are You Sure? moment, the paragliding story, their destinations, and their daily habits, every answer added another layer to their relationship. At the end of the interview, Jimin expressed his gratitude for being able to greet fans again after military service. Jungkook added that they were preparing an album and hoped for lots of support. Their closing was simple yet sweet. We are Jimin and Jungkook. Thank you, and see you again. Their smiles warm, sincere, and so uniquely them. And that concludes our full breakdown of Jimin and Jungkook's interview. A moment that seems simple, but feels deeply honest and meaningful precisely because of its simplicity. From the 95 rating to the soft gazes captured by the camera, from the tiny laughs to the way they complete each other's sentences, their relationship doesn't need big declarations. They just need to be themselves, and that's more than enough. If you felt the same warmth while watching this interview, don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. Tell us in the comments, what was your favorite Jikook moment from this interview? We always read your comments. Thank you for watching Jikook Magic. See you in the next video, and as always, keep believing in the warmth, keep believing in the small moments, and keep believing in Jikook.